Welcome to Epochpedia. Recently, a genetic study on DNA evidence found that at the Harappan civilization site of Rakhigarhi has revealed that the inhabitants of the Harappan civilization were native to India. Over time, they developed an advanced urban civilization. This study is based on the DNA analysis of a woman who lived in Rakhigarhi around 4,600 years ago. It suggests that the gene pool of the Harappan people is similar to that of modern Indians. This research has also disproved the claim that the Harappans were related to the Aryans. The study has reignited the debate surrounding the arrival of Aryans in India. In this video lecture, we will explore this controversy. The Aryan invasion theory is a hypothesis developed by British historians in the 19th and 20th centuries. According to this theory, a group of people called Aryans invaded India through the Hindu Kush mountains, destroying the Indus Valley civilization. Opponents argue that this theory was formulated to justify British rule in India. They claim there is no archaeological or genetic evidence supporting it. Before moving forward, let's understand what this theory actually states. Max Muller's hypothesis. The Aryan invasion theory was first proposed by German Indologist Max Muller. By studying Sanskrit, he observed significant similarities between Sanskrit and European languages. He suggested that Vedic culture in India was established by foreign Aryans who invaded around 1500 BCE and destroyed the Harappan civilization. British and European scholars attempted to prove this theory using linguistic, archaeological, and literary evidence. In 1947, the remains of 33 human skeletons found in Mohenjo-Daro were linked to an alleged Aryan attack. Additionally, descriptions in the Rigveda of battles between King Sudas and a confederation of 10 kings were interpreted as a conflict between invading Aryans and native Dravidian tribes. According to this theory, the Vedic god Indra, referred to as Purandara, destroyer of forts, in the Rigveda, was believed to have destroyed the Harappan cities. The theory further suggested that the Indo-Aryan people, who later dominated North India, were descendants of these invading Aryans who displaced the original inhabitants to the south, imposing their language and caste system. The colonial perspective. The British promoted this theory to justify their rule over India. They likened themselves to the Aryans, portraying their governance as a civilizing mission. This theory was also used to divide Indian society along north-south and Aryan-Dravidian lines. It was a part of the British strategy of divide and rule, which proved successful in fragmenting Indian communities. Did the Aryans destroy the Harappan civilization? To answer this, we must determine the timelines of both the Indus Valley civilization and the Aryans. The seals of the Indus civilization found in West Asia date back to around 2500 BCE. Several layers of human settlements have been found in sites like Harappa, Mohenjo-Daro, Rakhigarhi and Kalibangan, indicating that the civilization flourished between 3000 and 1700 BCE. On the other hand, most scholars believe that the Rigveda is not older than 1800 BCE. This means that the Indus Valley civilization had already declined before the Aryans arrived in India. Most experts agree that the Aryans were a nomadic tribe who migrated into India between 2000 and 1500 BCE. They were primarily pastoralists who later learned agriculture. Their language belonged to the Indo-European family, and they arrived via Iran, Bactria, or Afghanistan, crossing the Hindu Kush mountains. Around the same time, the urban phase of the Indus civilization began to decline due to climate change and droughts. The Rigveda mentions abandoned cities and ruins, indicating that the Aryans arrived after the decline of the Indus Valley civilization. This suggests that there was no violent conflict between the two groups. The search for Aryan origins. The key debate is whether the Aryans originated in India or migrated from outside. Two major theories exist. The out-of-India theory. This suggests that Sanskrit-speaking Indians migrated westward and spread Indo-European languages across Europe and Asia. However, there is no genetic or archaeological evidence supporting this migration. The steppe migration theory. Genetic studies show that the Y chromosome haplogroup R1a, associated with the Aryans, has its oldest evidence in Ukraine and southern Russia, dating between 5000 and 3000 BCE. This indicates that the Indo-European speakers originated from the Eurasian steppe and later migrated to India. Genetic and linguistic evidence. Research shows that haplogroup R1a is found in populations from Scandinavia to South Asia, supporting the migration of Indo-Aryans. The genetic divergence between European and South Asian R1a suggests that these groups split around 3800 BCE. DNA analysis from Rakhigarhi has revealed that Harappans did not share ancestry with steppe migrants, thus proving that the Indus Valley civilization was an indigenous development. However, by 2000 BCE, Indo-Aryan speaking migrants did enter the Indian subcontinent. Linguistic evidence also supports the migration theory. The Rigveda contains words and concepts similar to those in ancient Persian texts like the Zend Avesta, indicating a common Indo-Iranian origin. Similarities between Sanskrit and European languages further reinforce the idea of a shared Indo-European ancestry. Conclusion: modern genetic, archaeological, and linguistic research suggests that Aryans migrated to India from the Eurasian steppe. However, this was not an invasion but a gradual migration. Initially, Aryans led a nomadic pastoral lifestyle but later adapted to agriculture. Early Vedic texts contain minimal references to farming but emphasize cattle rearing. In the later Vedic period, we find clear evidence of an agrarian society. Thus, the Aryan invasion theory, as proposed by colonial historians, is largely discredited. Instead, the evidence points to a peaceful migration that occurred after the decline of the Indus Valley civilization, reshaping the cultural and linguistic landscape of ancient India. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such historical insights. Thank you for watching.